Friday.
Okay. Shelley says it's the wrong song. It's Friday. She's right. And
Hello and welcome to A Gypsy's Kiss. It's Friday Fenndango with the Soul Fairies, and I'm Shelley Carney.
And I'm Toby Eunice. Thanks for joining us tonight. We have emails to read. We have a couple of text messages. We're going tonight's from 7 to 9, so we've got 2 hours for you tonight. So we'll probably open up the phone lines, and we'd like to offer a special welcome to our guests tonight, Janet and Goldie.
Hi.
Keep in mind, if you have questions, text them to 866-597-9901 so that we can make sure your questions are answered. And in answer to your question, Huli? Nope, just do the same old thing. How are you doing, Miss Shelley?
Good.
Thanks, good?
Just sharing and...
Sharing and caring, because sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Do
Sharing
we need to close the door?
No, we shouldn't pick it up. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Not with these mics.
Okay.
Should be fine. Okay, so we do have some emails to read, but first we need to take care of...
Housekeeping, you want towels?
You want towels because you need towels. Everybody needs towels. If you don't
Especially
have
if you
towels...
spill a drink.
Yeah, oh. Ta-da! Don't spill drinks.
Don't spill. Look out.
Pal, make sure you like our videos. Because
Pal.
YouTube likes it, really likes it when you like our videos. And so does Forrest Gump. Like it when you like our videos. In addition to that, share our videos with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your business associates, and the entirety of your social network so that we can
Grow the channel.
And of course, as always, if you are not already a subscriber, this would be the ideal time to subscribe. And when you see that notifications bell, make sure that you ring the notifications bell. And that way, as long as you're with a Gypsy's Kiss, you will be
in the know.
And there's nothing better, of course, in life than being in
the know.
the know. So,
Or the yes.
Or the yes. A couple of things. Please note that Christine Kenzie and William Hada have both highlighted their chat with our name, @space Gypsy space Kiss. And that way you may not see it, but we can see it highlighted in front of us. And that way it's easy to pick out the chat. And then, of course, there is that stylized $sign at the bottom of the screen.
Cha-ching. That's our Super Chat challenge button, and if you click it, YouTube will take you by the hand and walk you through the process of donating to Super Chat in order to have your comment or question appear in a beautiful box that is a color of your choice, depending on
a rainbow of colors.
How much you decide to put in there.
Right. And, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and if you decide not to do that, but you still want to make sure we see your comment, text it to 866-597-9901.
Right. And I do want to point out that Super Chat money we use to buy progressively more equipment. Our plan is to literally fill this room with equipment.
Fill the channel.
Yeah. Fill.
Oh, we also have a PayPal up here in case you're interested.
It just went by. And for those of you that wish to subscribe to our Member Vault for our upcoming Wednesday and Friday nights, I'm going to call them brainstorming sessions.
Yeah.
I like the idea of brainstorming sessions.
Yeah.
You can go
It's gonna
to,
be
if you
fun.
want to become a member, you can go to agypsyskiss.com
.com.
And it'll take you right there to become a member. And we'd like to thank those of you who have already decided to become members of that.
We are looking forward to partying with you.
Yeah, we are.
In the member room.
And then finally, Shelley already said this, I think. If you want to communicate with us before we open the phone lines, send a text message to the number below us both, 866-597-9901. Or if you really want to be heard, you can leave a voicemail of up to 2 inches. 2 inches. Tiny voicemail. A voicemail of up to 2 minutes, and we'll play that on the air. And then we'll open up the phone lines, and you can hear yourself talking to us. Isn't that nice? Mm-hmm. So I do have one special announcement, and this is for Christy and Mike. Well, actually, it's more for Christy. Christy wants you to know that she has organized a North Carolina search meetup this coming Saturday, October 5th, at 3 p.m. at the Red Robin at 2260 Walnut Street in Cary, North Carolina. She says just a few of us getting together.
When the red robin goes bobbing along.
I've actually arranged for a flight this evening. I will be there. No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't that be fun? That if we could just travel to all the meetups. So I've put that information in the description box below. All right?
All right.
So let's talk about prizes.
Prizes!
Our last week's winner. Prizes. Which one were you going to hit?
What am I going to what?
You were going to hit one of the buttons. Prizes.
Well, I was thinking about it, but then I'm like, no, I don't have a button for prizes.
Do we need a button for prizes?
Well, we need a video, but I haven't made it yet because I haven't had time. I've been so busy.
I know you have been busy, haven't you? Let's see. So, Lika Lee. Who won legally. Who won last week's prize, selected the coin. So I'm going to ship that to her tomorrow. So what that leaves us with is yet one more coin. I bought 2 of them. And BAD, the bear attack deterrent.
Yeah.
Still unused. You can see the tag. It's still there.
It's a spray that you spray at bears value. To keep them from attacking you.
Or the coin. So here's the deal. As our friend, is it William from Arizona?
Oh, yeah.
Here's the deal.
Here's the deal. He says it better, though.
Yeah, he does say it better. So all you have to do is go to last Wednesday night's show, not tonight's show, last Wednesday night's show, and you have to make a comment.
October 2nd.
Right. So that would be the Hump Day Hoedown, October 2nd. Make a comment below that show.
Below the
And
show.
that will qualify you for the drawing next Wednesday to win either the Yellowstone National Park polished gold coin or the BAD, as we like to call it.
So World Famous Gamer says, hello, I love y'all. Great review earlier because he was there live when we were reviewing Toby's new digital microscope.
So, in case you're interested watching it, I did a complete review on this Coolertron digital microscope.
Yeah. That's on our channel called Live Long and Prosper Product Reviews.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Well, we're trying everything. We
throw a lot of spaghetti on the wall.
Yeah. This is, we did a show this afternoon on
Can you mail bear spray?
Yes, you can mail bear spray.
Yeah,
I don't know where it comes. I mean, that's how it's shipped, basically, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can mail bear spray. You can't take it on an aircraft, because of course they're not going to. They won't put it in a non-pressurized container, and you can't bring it on board because they're afraid you're going to spray the flight attendants and the pilots. So yeah, you can ship it. As a matter of fact,
Sassy can hear the sound in the background.
Uh-oh.
So should I shut the door?
Yeah, go ahead and close the door. So we have guests that are watching the show tonight because they're thinking about starting their own. They're starting their own program, and they're thinking about using our studio. So we invited them to watch the show so they could do that. So, all right, that should cut it off. We thought we weren't sure if there was an issue. That's how John Warner sent me these. So John Warner, Toby Fan 3000, he was coming to search in New Mexico. He just shipped these to our email address down below, and that's how we got them. So yes, you can ship a bear spray. You can't put it on an airplane, though. Okay, I think that's everything. We've done prizes, we've done coins, we've done bear spray, we've done greetings.
Greetings.
Let's do emails, and then we'll go say hi to the room. What are you doing?
Do the thing.
Oh.
There. Okay. What
Go.
are we doing?
Emails.
Do your job and I'll do my job.
Okay. Ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta. I don't see it. Did I? Oh, they're there. That's what tells me if I am or not.
All right. So, email time. You want me to read this one?
Yeah, you're first.
This is from Jason Onrejas.
Wow, look at you
Onrejas?
speaking Espanol.
Yeah, but I'm thinking it's Jason something.
Well, his name in real life is Raul.
Raul.
So he's Raul Onrejas. You did that very well.
Sí.
Sí.
Lista.
Lista.
I think this would be helpful is the title. It says, Ms. Shelley, I think I just figured out where the treasure of Mr. Fenn is located. It is just in front of all. He hid it where nobody would think it was hidden. The 9 clues states where it is. It is down in a canyon where waters look like boiling. It's a falls, so water looks like boiling. He said from there it is no place for the meek. Instead of saying weak, he said meek. If you are weak, then you might be afraid of the height of the waterfalls. That's what he said in the next stanza. He said that the end is ever drawing nigh. Instead of using high, he used nigh. There will be no paddle up your creek because it is not a creek but a falls, so you can't use any paddle. And the last obvious clue he gave is that just heavy loads and water high. He used just instead of fast, and high waters in a falls are obviously high, and it's loads with volume of water. He purposely used a grammatical error. I don't know if this is accurate, it's just my hunch. Fenn produced books like Too Far to Walk, but it's just his way to puzzle the minds of the treasure hunters. But in fact, it is not too far to walk. Maybe if you have not tried there in the location I shared to you, please do have time to look there. Use equipment that may help you, like metal detectors, to fasten the search. I hope you will find time to read this. Good luck and God bless.
To fasten the search?
Yes.
It's the same as quicken?
I think it should have been hasten.
Hasten, okay. So if you guys can hear that hum, it's actually our workstation. And I don't know, I was checking to
It's
see
getting old, I think.
how much CPU, and it's the fan. That's the fan, basically. So the fan is telling me we're pumping out some heat, brothers and sisters. Pumping out some heat. World Famous Gamer, I tried Jen's email, but got nowhere. Any ideas? WFG, I've given you that email 3 times. I know it works because Jens and I are communicating with one another.
Unless
So
it bounced, he got it.
Unless you did something crazy and it bounced.
And you would know if it bounced.
Yeah. So this one is, subject line is, hello, Toby and Shelley. Spoiler, if you read on. Ooh, spoiler, I love spoilers. This is from Richard Kelch. He says, after recently reading the Thrill of the Chase book, I took a world map that has Asia on the left hand and connected a few places talked about in the chapters by a straight line. I connected Vietnam with France and needed a point in the middle somewhere to be precise. Add gardeners. And it all lines up, and the line goes over the top right corner of New Mexico. And that's all I know about that. What do you think about that? A show subject, possibly? Let me know. Thanks.
Depends on how far into
I
the
will
corner,
go public with all my info anyway. Signed, Richard Kelch. So there is it is our opinion, there's a 75% probability that the treasure has been hidden in northern New Mexico. So we're certainly not going to disagree.
It can't be
with that.
too far east, though, because then you're not in the Rocky Mountains anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Or too far west, for that matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But he said in the top right-hand corner. So
Top right
depends
hand.
on.
Yeah, if it's outside the northbound I-25, then you're way outside the search area. You're in high desert there, and it's ugly and unfenny, and most of it is private land. So it really depends where your line is.
All right.
I don't mean to disappoint you. But
Don't want to poo-poo your idea.
oh, let me read this, please. This is because
Well,
it's
then
from
you have
William
to
Hunt.
wait
Okay.
till I read one. Okay. This is September 2019 chest removal attempt number 1. Ooh, he's having his chest removed. Jeremy Britton. Hi, Toby and Shelley. I was in Wyoming again on the 21st through the 25th of September. Flew from Denver from the UK. After closely reading all the government river reports regarding the river flow and depth of water, this was supposed to be 2 feet deep. I went to the area again to attempt the river crossing. Even though the water had receded by 40 to 50%, the current was still too strong and turned out to be 3 to 4 feet deep. This is so frustrating. I bought some waders and a good walking stick to cross, but was forced back by the current. The only way to cross this section in complete safety is by helicopter. So I will try again next September. Unless you know of anyone in the Wyoming area with a helicopter, then I can go there with them and retrieve the chest before September 2020. Cheers for now. Regards, Jeremy Britton, England. Jeremy? Forrest was 80 years old when he hid the chest. He wouldn't be flying a helicopter because that would draw way too much attention. And he wouldn't be crossing a river that was 4 feet deep. If you couldn't cross it, he certainly couldn't do it. So maybe rethink that and just be safe.
Be safe. Remember, he was 80. 80.
Yeah. And Toby's only 70 and he wouldn't do it.
Okay, this is from our friend William Hada. Screenshot. Oh, let me get the screenshot first so you guys don't have to deal with it. Okay, so you know that William and I have been talking about solar events taking place on around the Rio de los Pinos. Oops. Rio de los Pinos.
Cheers.
And he follows up, so every time I ask him to follow something up, he does. So this is the Toltec Tunnel Blaze Projection. Screenshot. So, hi, Toby and Shelley. In response to your question on the time and date for the Toltec Tunnel Blaze, I put together a top view map and measured the tunnel angle. The angle measures 88.25 degrees. Jesus. Man, you are good, William. 88.25 degrees. From the online chart, the sun rises at 6:50 a.m. on September 20th, 2019 at 88 degrees on the horizon. So I guess we missed it this year. I also think that because this puts the blaze farther away from the gorge, it would be more reasonable than the Arrowhead Arch blaze. My thinking exactly, William. In Google Earth, I also measured the distance from the west end of the tunnel to the blaze in the canyon, and it measures 840 feet. That is definitely outside the gorge. Like you, I also wondered whether this spot cast through the tunnel would be too diffuse to be seen in the canyon. Oh my God. So I threw together a tunnel model from stuff I had around the house. I took a 1/4-inch inner diameter black rubber hose and cut it to a length of 6.1 inches. This is proportional in scale to the Toltec tunnel being 15 feet wide and 366 feet long. I passed the hose through a 6-inch wide cardboard box, and my tunnel model was complete. In proportion to the canyon, the end of the tubing needed to be 14 inches away from the target surface. William, are you either a mathematician or an engineer? This is real precision. I was a little surprised that this distance was so short. In the dark, I gradually raised up a bright LED headlamp and got a bright round spot about a 1/2 inch in diameter on the wall 14 inches away. Scaled up, the blaze would theoretically be about 30 feet in width. I know this model doesn't prove much, but it definitely gives me some more faith in the theory. On the surface, this Toltec tunnel blaze theory is pretty far out there, but it's just so compelling to me how everything lines up so well at this location. If I lived in New Mexico, I would consider being boots on the ground, but at this stage in my life, at age 73, I am living quite comfortably in retirement and wouldn't enjoy all the possible hassles traveling and recovering it would bring. On another topic, it appears that you had a great time on your recent visit to Yellowstone National Park. It has been on my bucket list for a long time. However, based on your traffic report and activity in the area, I was totally in shock of how crowded it actually is. It has now been put much further down on my list of destinations. Whew! I don't know how to address all of that. I'm going to go back to full screen.
Well, here's what I say about Yellowstone National Park. Watch Cynthia's videos, and you don't need to go. She makes excellent videos.
So Cynthia gets up early in the morning so that there is no traffic, those kinds of things. There are ways to get around Yellowstone when it isn't crowded with traffic. If you've never been to Yellowstone, I would strongly recommend that you go there. I can't imagine a more beautiful national park than that one for that area. Now, I happen to think Chaco Canyon and Mesa Verde are both, well, they're not national parks, they're national monuments. I think they're both beautiful in their own right. And for that area of New Mexico and Colorado, they're perfect. Yellowstone National Park is the epitome of what Montana, the Rocky Mountains in Montana and Wyoming should look like. And they've taken the best of everything. The lakes, the thermal activity, the forests. It's just amazing. If I had an opportunity to go to Yellowstone National Park again, I would. And as a matter of fact, when I go back up there next summer, I might stop by just to do another tour and actually get there when Old Faithful was actually active, because we missed it by 60 seconds. But let me get back to this. William, I am so honored to be part of the work that what you're doing here, because it's just amazing. I wouldn't have the patience and I wouldn't have the mental acuity necessary to accomplish this. So you've really done something great. In return, I would like to offer that if you feel this is important enough and that you find yourself traveling towards New Mexico, I will personally give you a tour of the Rio de los Pinos, William Hada, and we'll wait till September 20th because this year the snows wouldn't have kept us. And we'll go out there and see if we can see that solar event through the tunnel on the wall of. And actually, we're not in the Toltec. The way you describe it, that 800 and what did he say? 800 and I forgot what he said, but he calculated 840 feet. We're not in the gorge at that point. 840 feet. That would be north and west of the tunnel is not in the gorge. So, I would like it to be exactly where we've been looking for the treasure, but I need to find that out. So if you come next September 20th, I will take you up there with me in return for all the
Michael
work.
Flanagan, do you want to be on the Rooster roster for October, or are you just letting us know you're going boots on the ground? Let me know.
So are we done with September? Who's on October Rooster roster?
On the Rooster roster for October.
Wait, I want to play your video. Rooster roster, I can't find it. There it is. The Rooster roster for October.
October is Zoe the Cat, Jack, and Jason Northface.
Now, is there anyone who went in August or September and didn't return with the chest who wants to be moved to October? Because I think there's still time in some locations for October. I think you're flat out of luck.
It did rain all day today in New Mexico.
Yeah, it
was cold.
We definitely had autumn today.
Yeah,
autumn arrived
and
today.
Balloon Fiesta is here. So
yeah, it was kind of sad because the first day of Balloon Fiesta, they what is it called?
Balloons Aloft, and they take off from schools all around the city, but they couldn't do it today
because
it was
of the
raining.
weather. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, too bad, because the kids enjoy that so much. It's sometimes the only time they ever get to see the balloons up close.
David Calvi just corrected our...
Oops.
Oopsies. Okay, let me fix it. Thank you, David.
Grammatical errors. I was just checking to see if you would notice, as Forrest Fenn might say.
That is what Forrest says, isn't it? Let's see. David, thank you. I'm going to change it because he went through all the trouble of telling me. The least I can do is fix it.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
Are you reading?
Talk to the
you're
people.
Done with the email?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's my turn to read an email?
While you're doing that. Yeah,
Okay.
It says Ferdy Fenndango.
Ferdy. This is from JL, and it's titled Montana. Toby and Shelley, when were you traveling through the northern states? Oh, sorry. When you were traveling through the northern states, did you find that the landscape was different than that of New Mexico? Did you get a feeling that Montana was more or less fenny than New Mexico? I've not been to New Mexico and am just wondering on what your guys' opinion of the overall fenniness of northern New Mexico as opposed to Montana. Really depends. But if you're in the Rocky Mountain region of New Mexico, it can be very fenny, especially like Cimarron or Rio de los Pinos.
Rio de los Pinos.
However, you get too far away from the Rockies, it gets very deserty and scrubby. At the same time, Wyoming looks very much like northern New Mexico, which is why they shot Longmire, which is supposed to be set in Wyoming. They shot that in northern New Mexico because it looked very much alike. Montana, what we saw was very forested, very, very forested.
So,
and so is Idaho.
so it's funny.
Idaho's beautiful.
So, in my opinion, I think Shelley's pretty close to accurate. I think there are parts of northern New Mexico, the sagebrushy parts, that remind me of eastern Wyoming. Once you get into Yellowstone, Wyoming's a different animal and kind of down in the Lander area. But there's a lot of Wyoming that reminds me of the sagebrush and mesquite part of New Mexico. But when we're in the Rio Grande National Forest in Colorado, or the Carson National Forest in New Mexico, I'd say it looks a lot like the forest we saw in the Gallatin forest that we saw in Montana. The only difference is, I think should I say this? They're probably the same altitude.
It's your opinion.
If there are the forested parts of Montana look like certain forested parts of New Mexico, for example, Carson National Forest area. So I don't think as much. Well, there are areas in the Santa Fe National Forest when you're up above Pecos that look like Montana. I mean, if you didn't know, you'd think you were in one of the two. You could guess. If I sent you pictures, you wouldn't be able to tell I was taking those pictures in New Mexico. I could say they were in Montana.
And there was a lot of bark beetle damage in Colorado and some in Wyoming as well.
I was really surprised.
Yeah.
The thing that surprised me was as we were going through Yellowstone, they talked about the forest fire that had taken place back there in the 80s and that had burnt, was it 3/4 or a third?
Oh,
It had burnt a
probably
third
third.
of the forest in Yellowstone, and it's just, it takes a long time to recover from that. So, okay. My turn?
Well, don't act like you haven't been there. 7 a.m.
all right. It's the Walk of Shame song.
Yeah, that's what I should get the walk of shame. My turn?
Yes.
Okay, Reclaim the Chest from New York Jim. If I remember correctly, Fenn has stated that he would reclaim the chest if its value came close to $10 million. Maybe he changed his mind and took it earlier. That's from Jim Syrian, Michigan. Jim, that comment was made in jest. He was being interviewed by the guy, I think, from Sunday Morning. He was being interviewed, and the guy questioned the value of the chest. And that's Margie Goldsmith. Every time she puts out, she's written 4 articles, and every time she raises the value. And the guy was commenting on the value. The guy that was interviewing Fenn was commenting on, well, the value of the chest is $4 million. And he asked him something, like, well, how do you feel about that? And Fenn, in jest, and you can see his actions in his eyes, and he's smiling, he said, well, I've decided that if I can't do Fenn's accent, If it gets to 10 million, I'm going to go back and get it. Fenn laughed. So
and
he wasn't.
after that, he said, I couldn't go back and get it if I wanted to. And
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was spoken in jest. I wouldn't take it
don't
seriously.
know if that's because he would be followed or if it's because he's not physically able anymore to drive as far as he needs to go, or
Right.
why he would say that.
Right.
He didn't tell us why. All right. New VIP platform, general thoughts. Toby Fan 3000, John Werner. Hi, Toby and Shelley. I just wanted to give some feedback on my initial thought on your new VIP strategies, as I didn't catch the show live last night, but rather reviewed it today. 1. Love the concept. Hopefully it will bring out a bunch of good conversation in the upcoming off-season. 2. Might seem pricey for the average searcher, but the true supporters to the chase are most likely spending the $25 easily on Super Chat in a month, so you might see it go down on the one side as revenue builds from the other. I have a possible suggestion that may bring higher VIP subscriptions. If AGK was to have a paid Google Earth type higher resolution service, and a VIP member could ask something like, Toby, zoom into Rio de los Pinos.
Damn it.
River. River, where was I? River, maybe you could work that into your show, actual live searching. Now that would be exciting. Anyway, just a thought. As always, a fan, John Werner. John, that's an awesome suggestion. We appreciate it, and we appreciate your support on our new membership. For those of you who haven't heard, we have a VIP membership available. It starts next Wednesday at 8 o'clock in the evening from 8 to 9. If you would like to join the membership, go to gypsykiss.com. We have decided to run it like the searcher's journey, right? So if you're a brand new searcher, what's the first thing you want to do is read the book. So we're going to read the book. And then we're going to also, at the same time, match it up to the poem. So what did this chapter say to you about what do you see in the poem? How do they fit together? So we're going to work the poem and the book together. And after we finish that segment, what would the searcher do next? The searcher would create a search theory, right? So we're going to together figure out what's the best way to create a search theory. It doesn't have to be the search theory. Everybody will have their own ideas, but we'll go through that model together. And then what would you do next? You would prepare for boots on the ground. So we'll do that together. In between, we'll be throwing in other ideas. And as the people in the group decide what they want, or they want more of, or they would like to see, we'll incorporate that as well. So looking forward to starting that on Wednesday. Now you can join at any time. It's going to be an open door membership, but if you want to start on day one, that would be on Wednesday, October 9th. And I hope to see you there. We have several people signed up already, and really going to be a lot of fun. These people, we don't know their names. We don't know what their screen names are. We're saying names that we haven't seen before, so we're like pretty excited that maybe we're getting some lurkers in there who will feel more comfortable in that type of an atmosphere. So looking forward to that. Thank you, John Werner.
So, John, in response to your question, the most often used geospatial imagery organization I know of is Harris, and you can actually buy high-resolution imagery from them, but you have to fill out a long form to be validated. So I know they'll sell it to anybody who can afford it, basically. They do have special pricing for students.
I think what he's doing is asking you to use your software during the group discussion to look things up for people.
Oh, you mean the mine, that software that you mean Onyx Maps? It's Google Earth resolution. Now it does have additional information on it overlaid, but it's Google Earth resolution. So I'll have to find out how much they charge. I have no idea what they charge. But it's Harris Geospatial, for those of you that are interested. If you want to buy satellite imagery, they have a rigorous registration process. And I don't have time to do that.
Make sure you're not a terrorist.
Last email. This one is from Charles Lagadinos. I know everybody is looking in the Northwest, but the one statement Forrest made keeps pointing me to Texas. Ooh, that would have to be a heck of a statement. When asked who should look for the treasure in an interview, he responded, "Every redneck in Texas with a pickup truck should take their family and go looking on the weekends." I don't know that I've ever heard that statement.
Not the weekend part.
No, it's always been every redneck with a pickup truck and 12 kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Take their bedrolls and
Take
get
their
in there
bedrolls and water.
go search for it.
Is this a contradicting statement? What if Warm Waters isn't a creek, stream, river, or lake, but is a road street? Many of his numerical quantities are plus or minus a foot of where I think the location is. Are you waving to anyone in particular?
My husband.
Hi,
Hi,
Kev.
honey.
I guess my biggest question is how many people would be subject to losing from mine or anyone else's gain? If the money is being donated to charity as told, is it worth me publicly solving this hunt for my personal gain? Many businesses and individuals now make a living from this hunt. I watch your broadcast and would like your opinion. Part of the land is government and part is 1/3 world fictitious organization. But it all makes sense, especially Terry Scant. Do you know any legal advisors who are looking also might be able to give guidance? I'm going to give you my guidance. If you know where the treasure is, go get it. Right? This treasure hunt is not about whether you hurt my feelings or I have to give up a Gypsy's Kiss as a YouTube channel or Shelley and I are put out into the street because we're not getting this $17 a month from YouTube. So if you know, Mr. Langadinos, if you know where the treasure is, even if you think it's in Texas, go get it. Let the media know that you found it and move on with your life. If you want to donate it to a nonprofit organization, that's up to you. That's not my position on the matter. But my advice to anybody who knows where the treasure chest is go get it. And do it quickly so we can change this channel around to fashion.
We just focus on our reviews.
Yeah.
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 Because
So,
it's
yeah.
fun.
If you know where it is, brother,
We get to buy new stuff. and-
you don't have to ask me permission. Go get it today.
Yeah. Permission. What do
Yeah.
you need permission for?
Opinion.
Give
You don't
yourself
need my
permission.
Yeah, you don't need my opinion on this matter.
All right. We could say hi to the people in the
May as
room.
well. They're not going to go away, so might as well say hi to them.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to start from the bottom.
I got 717.
Okay, wow, that's actually pretty good. I'm going to start from the bottom and start seeing if there's any questions.
All right.
And I'll break in. How's
We're
that?
going to say hello because we're going to play that video that says we're going to say. I got sunshine
On a cloudy day.
on a cloudy day. It was cloudy today. It was
Can
raining.
you hear? Let's see. And Shelley is Search Princess.
What?
So I'm Search Grandpa. No, thank you,
What?
Kpro. Kpro says I'm Search Dad, and Shelley is Search Princess. She's the magical treasure princess.
Okay. So hello to the chat room from the Magical Treasure Princess. We have Sakar, Seeking Pilgrim, Jack
Those
Jack,
guys took off. So while we're doing that, I'm going to go open the door and turn the fan on because it's hotter.
Richard McKeever, DKR, Hans Koenig, Bobbert, Jack Jack, Evelyn Curie, Nikolai Astrov. Hey, Nikolai, we haven't seen you in a while. Da Bear, Tracy Evolution of Self Moore, Brennis Pirate, Richard McKeever, Marty Bird, K Pro, Christine Kenzie, Brennis Pirate, Kiwis Rode My Life Story. We have Hans. Is that Hans? Richard, Brennis, Remedy This. And we have Michael Flanagan.
A good Irish name there, Michael Flanagan.
Yeah. West Guide, TAS. He must be a guide. He's like Hire a guide. Okay.
He's the guy that went into the
Yeah.
fly shop. Jeff.
I know. Nemo is here. Mr. T, Alaska is very cool. Mike Healy is here. Mike Healy, just go to agypsieskiss.com and you should be able to find the VIP group.
World famous gamer, how do you know it's not working? Could everybody type Yen's email address?
Mr. T, I am drinking a whiskey sour that Toby made for me. Sakar,
Super
Da Bear,
chat.
23 Monarcha. Chroma Key. Is Toby stoned? No, Toby has never ever in his life been stoned.
No.
Not even once. The Sassy is here. Odin. Hey, Odin. How's it going in Ireland? In County Cork, right? Dave Calvi.
Cigar is trying to figure this one out. I'm gonna go ahead and show it.
Brian Gorley. Please add me to the Rooster roster. Leaving Phoenix tomorrow afternoon with my boys, headed to New Mexico. All right, Brian. Where's the Rooster roster? I don't have a pen. Do you have a pen?
I have two of them.
Okay. Brian Gorley on October.
Cigar poses the question. Oh no, I lost it.
All
Dead guy.
right. Well, you and your
HBO
boys
subscription.
be safe, have fun, and dress warm, Brian.
HBO subscription per month, $14.99. AGK VIP, $25.
Many,
Can't figure
many
that
good
one out.
things to purchase in life.
Got to make that choice. HBO or AGK, brother.
They both have 3 letters. How can you decide? Ray Reddington. Toby, I think you're going to be hammered by the end of this show, says Ray.
It's going to take more than one whiskey sour to get me hammered, big brother.
Michael Flanagan. I live in Bozeman. Went to Yellowstone yesterday. Nice weather. But that's good
Seeking
news.
Pilgrim, do you offer a military or senior discount for VIP? We do not.
No,
Seeking Pilgrim.
no
It's
discounts.
a flat rate for every searcher.
We wouldn't even know how to make that set up.
Yeah, we.
We just like, if it's not already programmed, we don't know.
Yeah.
See, we
Kevin
have
Carney's in the room and
Start
blowing you.
Exploring. Wayne Ross. Hey, Wayne.
Wayne, did you see that William Hada thing earlier? I think he's got it, brother. We need to go up there together. You, me, and William.
Clifford Langeneck. Toby, keep drinking more so you can tell us all your secrets.
Kpro says, at Gypsy's Kiss, someone asked me if during the Zoom, does the person need to show their face? No.
You don't
They can
have to.
call in on their phone, and they will be reserved a space in the room.
We would
and if
like
they want
to see your face so
Yeah,
we
we'd like
can
to
get
see-
a body language conversation, but you don't have to.
And if they want to join the conversation, join the
You could be a
brainstorming
lurker
session,
in there too if you
all
want.
you have to do is raise your Zoom hand, and I can call on you. So
We
yeah,
have,
the idea is for everybody to get their words.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. We have Mr. Anonymous. Mr. Anonymous. Mr. Anonymous. It sounds like a song. Jacob Eyes. Okay. Dizzy Dean.
I just went past you going the other direction, so I don't see any more questions. Oh, let's see.
Thank you for your support, Dizzy Dean. Ron Williams. I am brand new to all of this, the chase. I hope I can ask questions. Of course you can,
Oh,
Ron.
that's the best thing. Precede your question with @ a Gypsy's Kiss, or send your question, Ron, to 866-597.
Here's his questions, okay? How can I get a printed copy of Fishing Warm Waters? And 2, what are the best months to search in New Mexico?
Best months to search in New Mexico are May through late September, early October. And if you want a copy of the New Mexico fishing regulations, you can pick them up at any sporting goods store. But they changed the regulations. What you want to do is do a Google search for the 2010 New Mexico fishing regulations.
Unless you want a current one.
Right. The current one does not use the phrase warm waters.
It has changed.
It has changed.
Things change.
So, yeah, make sure you get at the 2009 or 2010 copy, and they are online. You can download them.
Jimmy
PDF.
Fast, the VIP members should get drinks and nachos. You'd have to be getting them for yourself because you're at home, right?
Yeah.
But you're welcome to have
Did you
drinks
try
and
the
nachos.
scotch? Oh, Richard, no, because I make these for Shelley, and she's the whiskey sour person. I just make them because I hate her drinking alone. Rio de los Pinos.
Rio de los Pinos.
So I make them with a whiskey, and actually, I'm making it with that Wyoming whiskey. That stuff's $65 a bottle that we got when we were.
And he doesn't want me sucking it all down by myself.
That we got when we were up in Wyoming. So it's a pretty damn good whiskey sour. As a matter of fact, it's probably an abortion that we're mixing it with sour mix. So
It's probably an abomination.
abomination. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry.
It's not an abortion test. Oh, boy.
Oh, I had too much to drink.
Toby said that.
Okay, please don't take that. I misspoke. I meant abomination.
Holy. Have those future tubers make you both another cocktail.
Yeah, that's all I need. Yeah.
I think one's enough. Jimmy
Well-
Fast. Oh, I said Jimmy Fast. Ray Reddington. Totally agree.
Totally
you know,
agree
if you
with
guys
that.
were here, we would definitely have nachos
Hey,
and drinks with you.
if you were here-
Absolutely.
as a matter of fact, I'm going to plan at least one event for all our Vault members
yeah, we're looking forward to that.
in New Mexico over the summer, maybe during Fenndango.
Maybe
when
even in the
everybody else
winter
is
we
here.
should have one.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we do Fenndango anyway. Fenndango is a given thing.
Christine Kenzie says, "What if we were all wrong and Forrest is laughing at us all?" Well,
Obviously, we were all wrong, or somebody'd have the treasure.
you're half right. Everybody's wrong. He's probably not laughing.
Because,
He's
you
not
know,
that
he
kind of
told
guy.
us just a couple of weeks ago that it's still where it was.
Right.
Honeybee.
By the way, for those that you aren't aware, they issued a new scrapbook today, scrapbook number 209, as we recommend with other scrapbooks. Read
Soul
them for
Fairies.
entertainment.
T.
That's what we
Brown.
advise.
If I buy next month, do I get previous content? Yes, everything will be recorded and stored in the member vault, so you can look at anything once you're a member that's already been done.
Yeah. So, first of all, you'll get the workbook, and we're recording all the brainstorming sessions and making those available in the vault. So you won't be able to participate on something that's pre-recorded, but yeah, it's all out there.
Wayne Ross, is the VIP room only going to be an hour on Wednesday and Friday? Those are the live meetings. We will have, the room is open anytime. You can go in there anytime. Right now, you could go there and get the book, start on that. And we'll continue to add more and more content, and it's just going to stay stored in there, and you'll be able to access it at any time.
Right. So I think what he's asking is, are the Zoom sessions going to last an hour?
Yes.
Yes, from 8 to 9. But everything that's done in that period of 8 to 9 will be stored in the vault, so you'll have access to it permanently.
Right.
And anything else that's
And if you're
produced.
able to make it live, great. If you're not, it's recorded for
Right.
you.
Take advantage of it.
Yeah. Once again, that's a gypsieskiss.com. People keep asking. So
There's a link in the description box below. It's real straightforward. A Gypsy's Kiss, the way we spell it, AGYPSYSKISS at, I'm sorry, .com.
Jeff and Schultz, hey.
Seeking Pilgrim says, Shelley, would you sing to know you?
It's to love.
Well, sing it from the beginning. He didn't want me to sing it. He
Oh, I
wants you to
thought
sing
we
it.
wanted to do a little karaoke
No,
duet
you're
here.
doing much better at that one than I am.
I don't know if I know it all.
Well, just sing. All you have to do is sing.
To know you is to love you. And I do, yes I do, and I do, yes I do, and I do. How was that?
That's going to end up in somebody's clip video. Did you see, speaking of which, did you see that video? There's a new guy, and he used us. Hang on.
A new guy, and he used us.
Yeah, he did use us.
I hate being used.
Does anybody know that new guy's name? What the heck was his name?
Super chat. Odin, you can give us super chat whenever you like, or not. It's your choice. But we can't give you money back. It doesn't work that way.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, if we
And keep in mind that YouTube takes the top 30% of the super chat. So, not that we're refusing, not that we're turning down
Charles
super chat.
Chapman.
Oh, what was his name?
Charles thinks 12 is an important number. 12 kids. It's a 12-hour drive from Temple to Santa Fe. Wouldn't want to do that with 12 kids.
And that's what he said. That was the thing. That gentleman kind of misquoted Fenn. What he's always said is, the question he was asked was, who did you write that book for? His answer is, for every redneck with a pickup truck and 12 kids, throw the bedrolls in the truck, and some water, and take your kids to look for the treasure.
Thomas Molitor says, didn't you say that it took Forrest a few years to hide this treasure? It took him 15 years to write the poem and to perfect it. And
So here's...
and then he had to wait for serendipity to come along and say, time to hide the treasure, and then he did.
In the Moby Dickens bookshop video, he says, he quotes, this is an exact quote, I got cancer in 1988. It took me 15 years to write that poem. It took me 15 years before I hid the treasure. 15 years. So we interpreted that to mean he got cancer in 1988, that he hid the treasure in 2003. He's since corrected that. He says that he hid the treasure in 2009 or 2010. Why
3D
that?
Bronze is here. Says octopus dicks.
Oh, octopus dicks.
What's that about?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh, that's the name of the new person.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll have to see what he did.
You didn't do the
And he
3D
just-
Bronze commercial.
Did he pay us?
No.
Oh, I'm still waiting for what commercial. We want some.
Did
super chat.
anybody ever pay us to promote them?
Yeah, that's true. 3D Bronze makes nice bronze. He did the pendant that's made similar to the clasp that's on Fenn's treasure chest. 3D Bronze.
very cool.
He does other work. It's very
And
cool.
hey, 3D Bronze, my birthday is next Thursday.
Next Thursday, 3D Bronze. We're going to have a party on Friday.
That's right. Like we don't have a party every Friday.
And, by the way, Tony from Montana,
from Idaho Falls.
we got your gift in the mail, but we're holding it for next week. We're going to open it as a birthday
Thank
present.
you,
Okay?
Tony. Illinois Ghost says, how do you say Rio de los Pinos?
We say it Rio de los Pinos. My Spanish teacher would be so proud of me.
Oh. You had a Spanish teacher?
Yeah.
Your grandma?
Well, besides my grandma, you know what?
You actually took Spanish?
In high school, you had to pick a language. You had to pick a language.
You took the easiest one?
Now, when
Which
I got
is
to
funny
college,
because when you went into
I went to
military, you ended
when I
up
went to
taking all them languages.
I took Russian in college.
Right.
And then I took Vietnamese when I went into the defense language.
North
Institute.
Vietnamese.
North Vietnamese. Okay.
Rowdy Yates.
Okay, here he is. So hang on, let me play this. I'll play this. I'm probably going to get a... Okay, hold on. So this is from Octopus Dicks. You haven't seen this, have you?
I have not.
Okay, watch this. That's his video, okay? So I'm gonna play.
So we're doing a reaction video over here, right?
Yeah,
we're
no,
going to watch
because-
it over here.
Well, no, we want them to see it too.
Well, they can go watch it on YouTube. Why are we?
Okay, all right, good.
you know.
All right, you're going to do it. So watch it
We'll
over
just
here.
do a reaction video here.
Ready?
Ready for the reaction video?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Hello and welcome to Octopus Dicks. Subscribe now.
Hello, everyone. Octopus Dick's back again. I just want to give a quick shout out to Toby and Shelley and just say thank you for the recorded intro there for my videos. That was really nice of you guys to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's always good to get support from the community.
always good to get some support. Let's play that. again.
Hello and welcome to Octopus Dicks. Subscribe now.
Hello, everyone. Octopus Dick's back
I don't know
again.
why you want
I
me.
just wanna
You got
give
a great voice there, Octopus Dicks. You should do your own.
Yeah, you should do your own, but that was cute.
All right, we got Christian Turner. Are the 12 kids in any of the Thrill of the Chase pics? No, I don't think so.
There's one where he's got a chain of kids tied with ropes crossing the
Tied with ropes. They're
Tied with
holding
ropes.
onto a rope.
I'm sorry.
They're not tied
They're
up
not
with
tied
ropes.
with ropes.
They're so weird.
Tracy Evolution Self Moore says, "Happy early birthday, Shelley.
Thank
My
you.
daughters just My daughter's just had her birthday. Libra, a great sign. Why the beautiful tiara, Shelley? You look even more pretty tonight. What's new?
I am the magical treasure
She's-
princess. That's why the tiara. What is new? I'll tell you what. I use this new product that I just got.
You're squeezing in a promo.
I just got this
We're not
product.
paying you for this.
This product. Look, see, it's called Lunique Miracular Face Serum, and I just started using it, and it's invisible. Look, woo, woo. And they sent it to me to try for free, and I love it. So,
So she gets, what's the name of that company you belong to?
Intellifluence.
She gets products that she reviews online. So,
So that's a new product, and
Yeah.
it's face serum, and it's really cool.
yeah.
And thank you for the compliment. Appreciate it.
And we're a big fan of Libras. Have I told you my Libra story? I'm going to do it real quick. My mother, my first fiance, all three of my spouses, my daughter, and my last girlfriend, and Shelley are all Libras. So,
And his daughter just had her birthday.
and my daughter had her birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
My Libra daughter.
We have Janet Langard. She says Shelley looks beautiful tonight. Oh, and the tiara is because I am the magical treasure princess.
Why don't I just go sit over there and you do the show by yourself, magical
You're
treasure
the
princess?
you're the treasure grandpa or something. What was it again? I think we should call you the treasure bartender.
You're the magical treasure princess. and
treasure
I'm the
bartender.
treasure old
Toby the
fart.
bartender.
Let's see. Tracy the Evolution Self More says, "Nice, thank you. Sorry, cannot spell tonight. You are
Oops.
welcome." No. Oh, she's answering all kinds of questions there.
Dev JB is here. And it popped up and I couldn't see what happened. Oh. My oldest child texts me only in Spanish.
Oh, that's good.
It's interesting.
Well,
Drives me local.
I got to tell you, the way I learned Spanish, the way I learned Spanish was my grandmother wouldn't speak to me in English, although she could. She only spoke to me in Spanish because she doesn't. So my mother and father came from that generation that didn't think it was a good idea for their children to speak Spanish. They wanted to speak exclusively English. There was a period where that was
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
But my grandmother wouldn't let it happen. She only spoke to me in Spanish, and that's how I learned it. That's why I still say, as a matter of fact, when I took
See,
Spanish in high
wisdom
school,
comes with age.
I used the word casao for married instead of casado because that's the Santa Fe version of it. It was funny. Seeking
Glenna
Pearl and Toby,
Friedman.
do all your exes live in Texas? No, one lives in Virginia, one lives right here in Albuquerque, and one disappeared and we don't know where she is.
That sounds really ominous from a guy who worked for the CIA.
It was the NSA, not the CIA.
You worked for all of them, I thought.
Well, I did. I worked as a contractor,
Oh, we got
but I worked
Odin, thank you.
€5.
Yeah. Twitch live stream of Toby and Shelley playing CSGO. I don't even know what that is.
CSGO. I don't know. We don't know what that is. Odin.
Sorry.
It would be fun.
We're not big gamers. We
Yeah.
don't know much about it. We would do it. It would be hilarious because we'd be so bad at all of it.
You know, I actually started. I actually thought about starting a channel on Twitch, and I was going to call it "Grandpa Playing Games."
Yeah.
because I think that would
It
be
would be
real hit.
hilarious. Right? If you guys are really interested in watching us play video games, let us know. That's what you want.
Yeah. Illinois Go says Rio de los Pinos.
Again?
He's just trying to get us drunk, I think.
That's okay. Tasty. Very tasty.
Hey, I Love Lucy's in the room. Hi, I Love
Hey,
Lucy. I haven't seen you for a
Lucy.
while.
Good to see you. Hope things are going good for you.
A Gypsy's Kiss. Ask Mike. What am I supposed to ask Mike? Good song. All my exes live in Texas. That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Yeah, no, it is a good song. Let's see. That's Texas said twice. We are on $0. Say
Hey,
Texas
we didn't
again,
shake
you're
on that, Odin.
What?
We didn't shake on that.
We didn't shake.
He said he would give us like $1,000, but every time we said the TEXAS word, then he would take
cut it
away
in half.
500,
I
and then
see,
we
okay.
would eventually owe him money.
Right.
I said we didn't shake on that.
Holy says CIA, NSA, and AGK.
And HBO.
And HBO.
Dragon Money. T. Brown. Do you know where she went? $50.
Gypsy, Capro says,
Counter-Strike.
Mike, he's about Twitch and gaming. He's really into it. I know he is. He would. I don't have the patience.
We would certainly go to Twitch and do these games if you guys would follow us there. But if you're not going to follow us there, it's just extra stuff for us to do that nobody's watching. We're already doing that.
So the boys were over a couple of weekends ago. When were they over? My grandboys.
Yeah.
And they were in the other room playing
Grandsons.
Fortnite. And I just watched it for a little while, and to me it was like I felt
Well,
like
they
a
were playing
grandpa.
Fortnite.
Oh gosh, what's that you're playing there,
Oh, I
boys?
know. Yeah,
Anybody
you guys,
wanna
if you
play
really
some
want us to do
pinochle
that,
with Grandpa?
and you would show up and follow us and enjoy it with us, then we would do it because we love to hang out with you guys.
I do like. I used to play. I don't remember the name. Never mind. Desert Storm, because it had a great. I love Sniper. I used to be the sniper.
Are there any Spanish-named rivers that may flow by
into
Pinos?
This
That may be what
an
Finn mentioned as
smelling
smelling at his spot.
Are there any?
Oh, like he's saying, he didn't smell pinon. He smelled pinos.
Oh,
Rio
interesting.
de los Pinos.
Read all this. Oh, you just.
All righty. I have a shadow view. Let's all play Tomb Raider. Toby will need to open a few shirt buttons. Hey!
How do I need to open?
Oh,
shirt
Lucy's doing well. Sold the house last week and had been training to service a new customer service client, Bath and Body Works.
Wow.
Oh, very good, very good. So I talked to my son's girlfriend about the job you talked about, and what she is doing is her uncle has some extra laptops, and he's sending her one. So when she's got her laptop and headset and everything, then she's going to, at that point, start that process of trying to get that job. So just so you're aware of what's going on.
So Dave sent me what he says is Yen's address, and he left out the period. Dave, Gmail ignores the period. Jens does that just so he can make the distinction between Jens Esser and media. But when Gmail sees it, it ignores the period. I know because I have a couple of those email addresses.
All right. And I have the .info one.
As a matter of fact, if you try to enter an email address that doesn't use the period, I can't think of somebody who would, let's say, if somebody uses the period and you try to enter a similar email address, or you try to make an account with a similar email address without the period, it says it's already taken. The period, they don't read the period as, they read the period as a space kind of, but not a valid space. Okay, are you done?
I'm done.
Let's do some. Ta-ta.
What is that? Czar?
What is Czar?
Z-A-R-R. Czar.
New guy?
I guess so. I haven't seen it before. Or girl. I mean, it doesn't mean it's a
True.
guy.
Okay, so that's a delete. So let's see what we got in the way of text messages, and then we'll open up the phone lines. Okay, this is from 360. Remember, when you send a text message or leave a voicemail, add your first name and the state from which you are calling. This one says, "What up, dog?"
Yeah.
At the office, can't chat, but wanted to get your take on the recent Dale Neitzel posting, specifically Forrest defining Terry Scant. Seems like this defines the start and stop points of the hunt, or is this another one of Forrest's slide double answers, or truly as straightforward as it sounds? We read anything on DaleNeitzel.com from Forrest for entertainment purposes only. We put no credence in it being a hint or a clue. simply, and we suggest you do the same thing. But that's our opinion.
Who knows?
This one says, hello, thank you for your time. Has Mr. Fenn ever mentioned or referred to his having to get wet even momentarily when hiding his treasure? The last look. He has never mentioned that.
Says
Never
the
said that.
treasure chest is wet.
Says the treasure chest is wet.
That's all we know.
But he's never said.
That's all we know.
So this comes from, remember guys, this is from area code 435. What are your perspectives on Forrest's childhood and its emotional connection, especially during his visits with his father? I have my thoughts, and he's got a YouTube video up. Please share that topic this evening with interested. Our perspective is the same as any other analysis of a personality that included their childhood, right? As you analyze someone, you have to include their evolution as they moved from birth through death and all those periods in between. And you look at that childhood and you say ask yourself, how did that childhood, that type of childhood, influence that person as adult? Because Freud will tell you everything that happens before you're 12 will change the way you will have an impact on what kind of adult you are. So if you're an abused child, you'll be an abusive adult. If you're a happy child, you'll raise happy children because you're happy. So it strikes me that, and this is purely my opinion, I'm not a psychoanalyst, that Fenn had his memories of his childhood are relatively happy. He seems like he had a happy childhood. It strikes me that resulted in a relatively happy human. Now, that doesn't, I also know he was an aggressive business person. So he had some experience. He was also a fighter pilot. So how do you reconcile a happy childhood with someone who serves his country in a patriotic way to the extent that they're blowing up things, right? That's still part of that happy childhood. I think Forrest, I was mesmerized, I guess is a good way to put it, by some of the footage that Jens gave us to play on our last Wednesday show of Forrest sitting in his office, because I was impressed with how satisfied he looked with himself. He was happy. He was comfortable. Like those of us that are getting up in years, we don't think about the end, but we know it's near. And we can look back on our lives and say, how did I spend my life? I had a happy childhood except for until the loss of my father, and then I made myself miserable. He seems to have had a happy childhood, and I think that resulted in a relatively happy man who had the courage and patriotism to spend time in 20 years in the military as a fighter pilot. And I think those two periods, both each of 20 years, formed the man that we know today. So,
well, you look at the stories in his memoir, and you have to see that 99% of everything he said about his father was positive and respectful and loving. There may have been one small bit where he's talking about, where he was, kind of stern, but every dad
every dad is stern.
Every dad has to be stern, otherwise their kids don't have any discipline. So I think he had a huge amount of respect for his dad.
Now, I also, and this is my place, I've read that he had the same problems with his father that all boys have, and that you end up, Fenn could be described to me in a childhood that was rebellious in a mischievous way, but not in a mean, angry way, because I think fathers tend to navigate towards the oldest child, and will show favoritism towards the oldest child. That's why the oldest child can get away with more. Middle children are sometimes ignored just a little bit.
I bet your oldest child wouldn't say that. Because oldest children are usually more guarded by the parents because it's their first one, and they got to make sure they get that one right. And then the other ones are just like, drop the binky on the ground, up.
It's like that. There's
right?
a TV commercial that does that. 240 says they're from Maryland. I already read that one. Tom from Wisconsin, do you think Forrest wrote the poem in the hiding spot? No, because he would have had to have been there. He says it took him over 15 years to write and refine the poem. and he knew his hiding spot before he even considered hiding a treasure there. He knew where the hiding spot was. Then he decided upon, I always use acquiring, that's not the word that I want, being diagnosed with cancer, and then surviving it, to build a treasure, and then after building a treasure, then writing the poem. The poem was the last thing he did in that process, which makes sense because each of these phases came to him in a certain way. Is it Rio de los Pinos, or are you just taking a drink? Oh, you're just taking a drink. Okay.
Both now. You just said it.
Okay, good point. Reynaldo Vasquez says, "The Gypsy's Kiss, what are your thoughts on Dale Neitzel's Forrest Gets Mail from 10 to 212, where Forrest describes Brown House and even capitalized the word brown in the band and the relevance to the Madison River." I don't, as I said, I don't read anything that Forrest has written on Dale, or that has been written on Dale Neitzel's site. I don't read it for anything more than entertainment. I don't see the same kinds of things that people see in those. Sorry.
Wayne Ross. I got Cynthia's book, and she makes a great case that not associated with a structure applies to all 9 clues. If true, where Warm Waters Halt cannot be a train stop or water tower. Thoughts? I believe Cynthia's very smart, but I don't agree with her on everything. Forrest Fenn said that the structure is not associated with the treasure, the hiding place of the treasure, and that he said that because people were digging up outhouses and other, getting into trouble and such. So I think it's still up for grabs. Whether, it's a water tower or...
I think the only qualifier I would use is I don't think any of the 9 clues, in my opinion, based on what he said, I don't think any of the 9 clues are associated with a man-made structure. How's that for a qualifier?
And that would be a water tower. See?
Yeah.
Use your own judgment.
So we have this interesting thing, which is going to be held on because we throw it away. Oh, let's see.
Hans says...
Hans.
Rio de los Pinos.
What?
Still there.
So Hooley says, AGK Shelley, great show today. The room may appreciate the Hemingway quote as much as I did. It reminded me of The Chase and the Quarry quote from the Duveen book. Do you remember the quote specifically?
The quote was something about the journey and the end. I don't remember the exact wording now.
So Hemingway came up a couple of times in the softer side today.
Yeah. We did talk about it.
For Hooley, I'm going to pull it up so we can read it.
Odin, no. Forrest Fenn is from Texas, as you know, not Colorado.
Nice try. Nice try, Odin.
Wayne Ross.
Okay, this is the Hemingway quote that Hooley wants us to read to you. And you know what? I'm going to show it to you because I think the punctuation is just as important as when Fenn says stuff. So I'm going to do a screenshot here. Okay? And blow it up. It is good to have an end to journey toward. Oh, I didn't read that at all right.
Yeah, you did.
It is good to have an end to journey toward. But it is the journey that matters in the end. Ernest Hemingway. Who does that remind you of? It is good to have an end to a journey toward. Damn it, I'm still not saying it. I'm adding a word.
It is good to have an end to journey toward, but it is the journey that matters in the end.
There you go. Thank you.
So there you go.
Thank you, Ernest. Thanks for reminding us of that, Hooley. That really was a grand old quote.
Wayne Ross, he apparently told her, Cynthia, that her home of Brown was wrong because she was using a cabin. Has Forrest ever mentioned Rio de los Pinos in any of his writings? Asks William Hada. Not that I'm aware of.
Nope, and we hope he doesn't because we would be blasted every show. Go to Terry Scant. Let me see. I'm going to go to, now I've got to go to Terry Scant to find out. Ta-tam.
My father lives across the street from where Hemingway was born, says Thomas Molitor.
Uh-oh, look at that. No comment.
Natural structures rather than human structures. Well, that's a good idea.
Structures is good. So, for example, if you found yourself looking up a cliff face, right, that's a natural structure, I guess. Chroma Key, what are you holy crapping about? Holy crap. Shame on you. I'm gonna delete that.
Forrest didn't like Hemingway's writing. Oh, we don't know. I mean, he may have been being
How
facetious.
could you not like Hemingway's
He's,
writing?
you know, in the important
man's
literature,
man.
he
He
wrote
writes-
that he didn't like the book and threw it away. But then he also told you the plot to a totally different book than what the title of the book was. So, who knows what that was all about? We'll get into that and more in the VIP membership vault.
What's going on with Rebecca, guys?
I don't
Who
know,
is Rebecca?
but it looks like Sassy's taking care of it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Sassy. By the way, I do want to say thank you to our moderators. The Sassy, 1962. Eric Schmidt's in the room. I don't know if John Warner, Toby Fan 3000
Yeah, he was
is in
here.
the room. K-Pro just got her wrench so she can throw the
Oh.
wrench at people.
Celebrating.
So, and who was I missing? Oh, Greg Keller. But he always has
He
to
was
go to
here
work 8
Wednesday
o'clock. He
night.
was here on Wednesday. So, Sassy, do what you need to do. You know,
Ross B is here.
you know the shtick. Okay, can we take calls?
Yes.
Yay.
All right, so Toby's opening up the phone lines.
Hello.
Hello?
Who's there? I'm talking. Hello.
Hello. Who is this?
You know what this is.
Always do sober what you said you'd do drunk. Ernest Hemingway. Rio de los Pinos. I
She's
try not to
trolling.
talk very
Well, you know what? Again,
I try not to
you
say
did the right thing. If she
promises when I'm
if
drunk.
she doesn't know, if she doesn't behave, spank her.
No promises.
Do what I would do. Spank her.
Hey,
Okay, sorry.
I'm going to
just-
cut you off.
All right. Okay, I'm good.
Sassy's going to ban you.
All right, phone lines are open. 866-597-9901. Call
Is
us.
it on or off?
That's do not disturb is not on. Because
Okay.
do not disturb
That's
when
confusing.
it's on is like, I know. It took
Oh,
me.
I got a text.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
From whom?
my son.
Oh, you better read that. Wow. Hot phone lines are hot tonight. Hey, you.
What?
Hello?
Hang on. Hold on just a sec. So, do us a favor and caller, do me a favor and turn the audio on your computer off because we can hear it. And that way there won't be any confusion.
I turned down.
There we go. Hey, caller, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on the search? How near is the fire? We have a fire.
What was the question?
You've reached Toby and Shelley of the Gypsy's Kiss. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what are your thoughts on the search?
Well, my name is Dave,
Dave is good.
and I'm in the West area.
What,
and,
you can say what state you're in.
Northwest.
Like Washington, Oregon,
Yeah,
Northwest.
I'm embarrassed of it. So
Why are you embarrassed about it? If you try and be from New Mexico sometime.
I'm in California.
There you go, California. I'm a big fan of California.
All right.
All right, hit it.
No, I have been doing the search for 2.5 years. I love it. And I just wanted to tell you that if you look at your screen, it says Firaday. You still have F-I-R-I.
Oh, is this David Calvi?
Yeah.
Hey, I thought we corrected that. Hang on. I'm gonna
You and
do-
I have spoken before about 2 years ago.
I'm supposed to remember that. Come on, Dave.
Every phone call
Okay.
you've ever
No, no.
had.
Hold on.
There's only one Toby, but there's many other people. So,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I remember for that. I suppose you
Okay.
wouldn't.
Where the hell
But
is
anyway,
Wait,
you guys do a
wait.
great job. I just want to tell you, good job.
Hang
What am I
on.
looking at?
I'm just trying to figure out, see if I can fix this scrolling text. I thought I had fixed it. Friday, Fenndango. No, I fixed it, Dave. I fixed it when you sent me the text message or the email.
It says Firi.
Hang on.
got it?
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Ta-tum, did-did-do. We have to wait until it scrolls
There it
across
is.
here. Find us on... Okay, hold on. Don't go away, because you still have to ask a question about the search so I can answer it. Or at least make something up. Well, geez, how did we miss this? Hold on. Ta-tum. Gypsy's Kiss. Oh! Faraday. Wow. That is not what I wrote in the scrolling text. That's weird. Hold on. Okay, I'm
Did you
taking
save it?
Friday. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I saved it. Oh no. Nope. He's right. There's that little tiny, messy little eye. Friday Fenndango. Okay, Dave, I've got it. Hang on. Just check it. Okay, while we're waiting for this to come on, what's your observation on the treasure?
My observation on the treasure. Why is he putting so many posts out in 1 month? Is he, trying to finish this thing up, or are there clues in that book?
So I can only suggest I don't look like I don't believe there are clues in any of these. I read them for entertainment. But I think one of the things that he knows is that come this time of the year, interest in the search starts waning as a result of the change in weather and things like that. And I think he's got a lot to say about stuff, right? About a lot of things. He's lost a friend recently, and he's got these ideas. He looks in his room and he sees something that intrigues him, and he writes a short little post and he puts it up there where people can read it. And I'm not saying that he does it to get attention. I think, like all of us, I have a need to make YouTube videos. I buy a new digital microscope. Somehow or the other, nobody's going to watch it, but I need to make a video about it. And I think he has that same compulsiveness when it comes to expressing his thoughts, his opinions, what's going through his mind at any given point in time. And I think that compulsiveness, I don't want to say compulsion, but there's a compulsiveness about it that he just wants to get that out, and so that it's there. I mean, one of the advantages of the internet is that the internet is going to be here, quote, forever, unquote. And what I mean by that, it'll be here until Earth is destroyed by an asteroid or a solar flare or whatever. So it's going to be around a long time. That means everything he puts up there is going to be around for a long time. The books will eventually end up in libraries or trash heaps. But what's on the internet is going to be there for a really long time, and that gives us the opportunity to have people remember who we were at some point. And I think that's what he's doing.
I have a follow-up question, Toby.
Pardon me?
Follow-up question.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a follow-up question. If this thing gets found like next week, like let's say next Friday,
Yeah.
something to that effect, and the person doesn't want to say, who he or she is, do you the search community will accept that, or do you think they're going to want to know who it is if it's a part of their community?
So I don't think that is up to the search community. I think Forrest has always said that he will do whatever the finder wants him to do. And since it's the treasure, the title of the treasure is passing from Forrest to the finder, I don't think there are any intermediaries in between that should make decisions other than Forrest and the finder. So if the finder decides that they want to remain anonymous. Now, I am not suggesting, by the way, that the finder should not inform the public or the community that the treasure has been found. That's a different thing. I firmly believe
Yeah, I think Forrest take care of that.
Yeah, I think that even if Forrest isn't here, that the least the finder should do is inform the media anonymously, if they want to remain anonymous, that the treasure has been found. After that, the finder can do, as far as I'm concerned, the finder can do whatever they want and release how much, whatever information they want. If they want to release where the treasure was found, if they want to release who they are, if they want to release the value of the treasure, if they want to send pictures, that's up to them. But
I mean, more as a human psychology kind of thing, do you think that people are going to be like, we want to know who that person is, or do you think they're going to be like, we don't care?
I think that, as always, there will be members of the community that will want to know specifically and will do everything possible to find out who the person is. That's just the nature of human beings. Some are so curious. There will be others, like me, who will say, okay, so what am I going to do with my YouTube channel now, right? It won't be the biggest problem on my plate. Knowing who found the treasure won't be the biggest problem on my plate.
Right.
And again.
Okay. Well, thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. You have a good evening, and thanks for calling in, and thanks for noticing the error twice.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Interesting questions. That was fun. So yeah, I think whoever finds the treasure has to make a decision what they do and how they do it. And I think that's up to the finder. What we know is that Fenn has said that if he's alive and the finder wishes to contact him, he'll do whatever the finder asks him to do. I think it's a completely different problem. I mean, he's going to be 90 next year. He knows his end is drawing nigh. And there's a very strong probability the treasure will be found after he has passed. And so that's going to be up to the finder at that point. Forrest Fenn is not going to be involved. There is the title. The title is no longer passing. It is owned by the finder. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on the search?
This is your old buddy Mike from Indiana. How you doing?
Hey, Mike. How are you doing?
I am doing peachy.
Peachy.
I had a question for you.
Sure.
In regards to your earlier faux pas this evening.
Which one?
regarding a river crossing or crossing a body of water, what is your opinion on to row versus wade? And I'll just hang up and let you answer that, and I'll listen on the air.
Oh, just real quickly.
You have a good night.
Clarification: are you talking about Forrest Fenn when he hid the treasure? Is that our reference point?
No, I'm talking about your earlier faux pas that you made.
Which one?
The problematic faux pas.
When you said abortion.
And
No,
was
he's talking
very
about water
curious that
crossings and row and wade.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and with the water crossing, would you rather row versus wade? So that is all.
That is very
nothing exciting. Like
no, that's the most creative thing I've heard this month.
Damn it!
That is pretty sharp, big guy.
I left you a voicemail too, so if you see my area code and my number there pop up, just disregard that.
Okay, I got it.
So we don't run over.
That was very
already run over ground.
That was very unique
overdo.
and funny. Well done. You made me laugh, and it's hard to make me laugh.
Well, that's good. Anything, I think, at this point, as much as you drink, would make you laugh. So.
He's right. You're right.
Yeah.
And if I could say it, I would say it. But you guys, I'm looking out for your health.
I know.
And well-being. So
we don't do this often.
We need you to stick around as long as we can.
And we'd like to be.
Hey, you guys have a groovy night, and happy birthday to young Shelley there.
Thank you.
I don't know if I'll be getting back with you anytime soon, so I just want to wish her a happy birthday with all the light and love that the day can offer. So I will let you go, You guys have a good night, and adios.
Thank you for calling in, Mike. You made my night. Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Sounds like something that Kevin would say. Kevin's dad always answered peachy as well.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
it.
it's I think it's A, he took my faux pas and he turned it into a joke.
A joke.
That's good. Crossing the water. What do you think about rowing? That was cute. Very thoughtful. He should write comedy for a living. Okay, who caused 2 timeouts?
Nunya. Saw this in my recommend.
caused-
So who's
my
Forrest
comment.
Fenn?
Sassy,
Google
my comment.
it.
It was a mistake. It was a mistake on my part. I admitted it. Shelley corrected me right away, and we don't express political opinions of any stripe on this program. We don't do that. So, I'm sorry.
Odin says, did the caller just allude that they were alcoholics, or have I drank too much bourbon?
So that we sound like alcoholics.
I think Toby and Shelley are a little bit, they're sounding funny to me.
Oh, well, it's that Wyoming whiskey. So my son texted me that there's a fire, not in my neighborhood,
That's what
but
you were
across
saying.
the street from my neighborhood. So that's kind of why I was having that concerned look in my face that you saw. He said they can smell the smoke, but it's not bad enough to turn on the smoke detectors. So.
Oh, okay.
But it's across High Resort.
Oh, the other side of High Resort.
Yeah, the expensive homes over there.
Yeah. Wow. Well,
So I don't know.
I hope they're safe. Okay, Sassy. Again, the comment was I misspoke. I used the wrong word. Shelley corrected me, and there's this. We don't talk about politics of any kind on this program. Let's see. Odin says, "Are you sure the treasure isn't in Dallas?" You know what? Yes, I'm sure the treasure isn't in Dallas. Odin.
He's just teasing us. He wants us to say that T word.
Oh,
I need an Uber.
need an Uber. Hey, guys, phone lines are open, 866-597-9901. Call us and tell us what you think about the search or
I
anything
think I'm going
else.
to be here for a while. I don't want to get, they're probably going to block off streets in my area for fire trucks and
You're going to have to check.
emergency vehicles and stuff for the fire.
Real life Fendy. A Gypsy Kiss, if you did find the treasure, have you ever considered taking part of it and leaving part of it behind, or taking part of it and making your own search? No, I have not. Real life, our plan is to liquidate the treasure as quickly as possible. Probably.
Who is Troby?
Most probably via an auction at Sotheby's.
People are teasing us now.
But because we're not drunk.
I don't know what Odin's deal is with the T word.
What T word is he using?
Texas.
Oh, Texas.
He wants us to say it and owe him money. I don't know where he got this whole thing from. It's pretty funny. Can Blaze be Puff? Hans? Blaze can be whatever you think it might be, because we don't know. Puff? I don't know what puff means.
Colorado says Rio de los Pinos de Pagusa Springs.
He said all that, did he?
Yeah. It's funny because Pagosa
Phone
Springs
lines are
is one
still
of
open.
those. Pagosa Springs is one of those locations that has a Spanish word on the front end, and instead of Ojo de Pagosa, they called it Pagosa Springs. Pagosa is a
And
Spanish
it's right
word.
next to Poncha Springs.
There you go.
And we didn't even, we tried to figure out what the word Poncha meant. We never could figure it out, could we?
Poncha.
Because it wasn't a real word.
That's poncha is a paunch.
I thought that was Ponza.
Their panza is your stomach. Poncha is a
How does that thing go again?
lanza,
Lanza,
lanza, pica la panza.
panza.
A game you play with babies.
It cracks me up.
Dave Calvey says Dave Calvey is here to haunt me tonight. Toby has alcohol relaxed eyes. No, I'm looking at the monitor through my
Michael
trifocals.
Flanagan. The treasure is 90 miles south of Bozeman, I think.
Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. You're going to have to turn your computer off so they can hear you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, how you doing?
Bounce your pass.
We're doing well, thank you. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on the treasure hunt?
Yeah, this is Visionary from Montana. I haven't talked to you for a while.
No, you haven't. Good to hear from you, Visionary. How are you doing?
Good. Let me turn up my volume on my phone here.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm going to turn up my microphone volume, see if that helps.
Yeah, okay, that's all the way up, and I'm having trouble hearing you. Anyway, yeah, I just have a comment on the search season. And, more or less it's more of a comment on the 5,000, 10,200 foot. There's a lot of people, reading the chat room, basically the search season, it's not over, in my opinion. I'm from Montana.
Right.
And, it's kind of like, what's your opinion on when the search season is over, especially when Forrest himself said it can be retrieved. It can be retrieved in the winter. And what I'm saying is you get a lot of comments in the chat room about being, people that aren't familiar with the 4 states. And so, when we live here, it's, winter, summer, winter, fall, year round, we do things. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. You can, ski, you can hike. People actually winter camp and things like this. But let's go back to what, Forrest's statement that I think it can be, he actually said it could be retrieved year round. But you have to be safe and be smart about it. So, I guess my comment, and I'm not even going to ask a question, but my comment is that, you can search year round, in my opinion. But I just don't like people giving the impression that you can't when, if you live in one of our search states like you do, and I have family in all 4 search states, that there are things to do. We go out, you can, like I say, you can ski, there's a lot of things. People sled, people do all kinds of things. They run around
winter sports,
and this and that.
Right.
Winter sports. I mean, it's just, part of our life. It's part of our life,
right?
Being out in the winter. People move up here in the summer, they spend one winter, and then they move back home somewhere because they can't take it.
Right.
But, it's just, I guess, Toby and Shelley, what is your opinion on that? That people, I think, are getting the wrong impression that, roads get plowed. And depending on between 5,000 and 10,000 feet, roads get plowed. So, depending on possibly where the treasure is, let's just say it's only 50 feet, 100 feet, you drive, not like Cynthia getting caught up in the mud. I mean, it's happened to everybody that lives in the north. But, let's say you pull up to a gate, it's 50, 100 feet that you can put on a pair of boots and walk in. And the thing is, if you know exactly where you're going, it can be retrieved. Mm-hmm. So I see Shelley laughing at me, but
no, she's laughing at the comment in the chat room. She's not laughing at you.
Okay, but I hope you get what I'm saying.
All right.
What's your opinion on that, Toby?
All right, let me tell you what I think Fenn especially is trying to accomplish. So he's popularized through various media, including Hemispheres magazine and other media, this search, right? So he claims, and I don't necessarily agree with him, he claims there are 350,000 people interested in this search. So let's say you're a searcher that lives in Boca Raton, Florida, and you fly
from what I'm talking about.
You fly from Boca Raton to Denver, and from Denver to Bozeman, you rent a car, a 4-wheel drive vehicle, and it's December. And you drive from Bozeman down towards Yellowstone, and you start looking in the area just west of Yellowstone, maybe in Yellowstone, slightly east into Wyoming, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't think that when Fenn was advising anyone to look for the treasure hunt, that it's off-season or that we consider it's off-season. he says, be safe. As a matter of fact, he just put out a scrapbook, I think, a couple of weeks ago, where he basically said it's the end of the search season. And I think who he has to
cold
talk
feet.
to,
Doesn't want cold feet.
who he has to talk to is he has to talk to 350,000 people from all over the world who don't have the experiences that you have, having lived in the northern states for the time that you have. You have a very distinct advantage in all of this, and that you know exactly what you're dealing with, and you're prepared with your vehicle, with your house, with the things that you carry in your vehicle, et cetera, to go out into that kind of weather.
Exactly.
You know the limitations.
I can live in a week out of my truck in the winter.
Exactly. And most people who live in that area know there's going to be a shovel in the back of your vehicle, maybe two. There's going to be change. There's going to be sand. There's going to be a lot of other things that you know the deal. The guy that's coming from Boca Raton, Florida, flying to Denver, taking a hop to Bozeman, and renting a 4-wheel drive Jeep there isn't going to know what hit them. And I think when Fenn says it's the end of the search season, he's got 350,000 interested parties, most of whom don't live in the Rocky Mountain area, that he's just trying to keep safe, because the last thing he wants in all of this is for anyone, you, me, or that guy from Boca Raton, Florida, maybe even with his family and kids, to lose their lives over this. It's not worth it.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I agree. But it's the people that, some of the people in the chat room are, let's say, from Montana, Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico.
Right.
And it's almost like they're given the impression that, it's not safe to be out there. But, and I know what you're saying when it comes to people from Florida, let's say, or, people from the South and that don't experience this. Mm-hmm. But, just a heads up to everybody, it's, crossing Wyoming from let's say, Billings all the way down to Colorado, that's a mess.
Yeah.
But, my opinion is treasure in there anyway. But, just to be able to come on, we ride snowmobiles, ride 4x4s, side-by-sides and things like that in the winter. And it's just to let the, people know that, if you're coming here, be safe, of course, but also, there's enjoyment in the winter.
Right.
And with Fenn's words being from 5,000 to 10,000, nobody's going to be up 10,200 feet. Right now, our snow level is about 5,000.
Yeah.
And you're going to go up maybe that far.
Right.
And you can safely go up that far. So, in some places, I've been in the last 2 weeks, I've been in a lot of different places where the snow level's maybe 7,000. Mm-hmm. And, until it gets really cold and the snow starts to stick, we could still get warm weather and it melt off. All I'm saying is that I just don't want people to have the impression that it is truly that unsafe if you're not prepared.
And each time, I do want to point out that you've used a couple of qualifiers every time that you've said that, right? You've said you yourself said if you're safely prepared, or if you're going to go up there and you're prepared. So you're actually using the qualifier that I believe Fenn, if he was talking to a much smaller group, would use as well, right? You can go any place. Right. You can go to Everest, right? Climb the 29,000 and X number of feet to the top of Mount Everest, as long as you're prepared. And the same is true for winter in the Rocky Mountains. You can go any place you want in the Rocky Mountains in the winter, as long as you're prepared. And I think that's all you're saying.
Right. Well, I think basically it comes to what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to the treasure with confidence, and this came from Forrest. So if you're going to the treasure with confidence in the winter, my personal belief is that if you know exactly where the treasure is and you can go to it with confidence, I believe, this is just in my opinion, that you can retrieve it in the winter.
I don't disagree with you.
Just all I mean.
Right.
You know, I mean, just man to man and
No.
in the chat room.
So
And
let's agree on. I
I
agree with you. I agree that you can recover the treasure in the winter with this caveat, if you're prepared.
right.
Right?
Well, yeah.
No. There's no
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you
Well,
can't. No matter how
5,000
confident
feet,
you
I
are,
mean, you can drive around.
no matter how confident you are,
Okay.
you can't go, and you know exactly what all the clues represent, and you're comfortable going up there in the winter. You still have to be prepared, because you know as well as I
sure,
do, anything could happen, right?
Sure.
So I don't disagree
Sure.
with you. I, as long as you're prepared, that's the only caveat, and I think that's the caveat that most people would put on it, right?
Right. I mean, you travel, and people still vacation in the winter up here.
Yeah.
West Yellowstone is very popular even in the winter.
Oh,
And you run around with snowmobiles, this and that. And I'm not saying Forrest took one or you have to take one.
Right.
I'm just kind of throwing in there that roads get plowed. You know this, Toby. Hell, you live in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Roads get plowed, and 5,000 feet isn't really that high.
no, Albuquerque is
when
5,800.
it comes
We
to
live
maintenance and things like that.
We live in the biggest town in New Mexico, and it's at 5,800 feet.
Yeah.
And we're south of the Rocky. We're not in the
I'm-
Rocky Mountains.
Yeah. No, I understand. I've been down there. I've been Wyoming, Wyoming, Colorado, Montana my whole life. And I don't know, it's just kind of a perception you get from the chat room. And, people like to make fun of everything rather than thinking seriously sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
And that, and actually looking at it in a way that some of us and you and some of us that live in the Rocky Mountain states and things like this, that the availability, in my opinion, the availability to the treasure, not the treasure, but the chest. The treasure is different from the chest, in my opinion. But it's there, but be careful. That's all.
That's good advice.
You
right
know what
there.
you're doing.
All right, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
for calling in.
Yeah.
I appreciate your
Yeah,
input,
you bet.
and
bet.
I think we agree that go with confidence, but be prepared.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
Shelley, early happy birthday and all that. So
Thank you.
anyway, my ex-wife was a Libra, so
So you know what it's like.
anyway. Yeah, no, I love her, still love her to death. So anyway, have a good evening, you guys. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you again maybe sometime. It's been like 3-4 months.
Well, we look forward
every once
to.
in a while I get a brainstorm.
Yeah, we look
You bet.
forward to everyone calling.
You bet.
All right.
You
Have a good
bet,
evening.
Toby. All right, bye-bye. You bet, bye.
Good advice. If you think it's a winter search, the only thing is be prepared.
Okay, guys.
Don't go out there.
I
What-
said Poncha Springs was near Pagosa. I misspoke. It's near Salida.
Oh,
For some reason, my brain likes to switch the two. I don't know. I like them both. I really do. I like both places, Salida and Pagosa Springs. Both fun to
did you
visit.
get beat up over that?
Well, I was being corrected,
Oh, okay.
and for some reason, I just mix up the two. In my
Michael
head.
Flanagan, if you read any book on survival, any book on woodcraft, any of those books, the first thing they're going to say is use common sense, be practical, be prepared. And I think that's what our friend was recommending.
And it's just a lot safer to go in the summer when you don't have to worry about freezing to death.
You know
like
what?
Jeremiah Jones.
I guarantee
Jeremiah
you.
Johnson. What's his name? The mountain man that froze in the snow.
Yeah, Jeremiah
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what I would say to you. If I don't care, so we have two funny seasons up here. One is our hunting season, which starts September 15th, and then one is the ski season. And we make jokes about it, and I don't. If there's anybody from Texas in the house, I'm not making. We call it the Texas hunting season because if you go
It's
to
a bunch of
Carson
Texans,
National
yeah.
Forest or you go to the Rio Grande National Forest in Colorado, all you see are big trucks and big trailers with Texas plates on them, and it's the same at ski season. Santa Fe, during the winter, especially in December, Texas plates. So it doesn't bother them any. Hey, you reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your
Hello.
observation on the search?
Hi, happy birthday, Shelley.
Thank
this is
you.
Will, you know the
Hey,
deal.
Will.
I just want to say happy birthday to you, too.
Thank
And,
you. No, I know.
you guys
She
are-
deserves it, doesn't she?
Bless your heart. I gotta go. Talk
Oh,
to you
wait,
soon.
wait.
Love you.
Where's the missus?
Ow.
Say hi to the missus for us.
Say it again.
Say hi to the missus for us.
Oh, baby, the 50 say they say hello. Love you.
Love
Say
you.
hi.
Bye.
It'd
Happy
be fun
birthday.
to meet him in person someday.
Yeah, it would. So I think we're gonna. So Shelley's birthday is actually next Thursday when we don't have a show, but we're gonna kind of celebrate it on Friday. Much more alcohol. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on the search?
So this is Sarah from Pagosa Springs.
Hey, Sarah.
And my question is, have you considered what season warm water's salt?
What season warm water salt?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Winter,
interesting.
summer, spring, fall.
So I'm just going to have to guess. I would say fall. Am I close?
No, and in your personal search, have you considered?
Oh. So in my personal theory, the season as to where warm water's halt isn't relevant, and I'm just saying in my theory. I'm not saying that the
Well,
possible.
I think it does. It is relevant because I think Forrest Fenn is kind of driven toward where warm water salt has to do with as all of us know, he has a significant, how do you say, interpretation.
Prevarication.
Interpretation.
When his warm water salt, there has to be something that connects to him. So have you considered a season for your hunt? I know everybody is like, we don't go during the winter time.
Right, right.
We don't go when it's treacherous, and we don't go where, you could, or, possibly endanger yourself or your loved ones.
Right.
But have you considered what season?
So the only time I've ever considered the season is in the sense as it relates to the conversation I had with the gentleman just before this, right? I don't go searching in winter because I don't want whether I knew where well, let me qualify that. If I knew where this treasure, if in the middle of December I discovered precisely where the treasure was, which I don't think will happen, I would go get it. I would prepare myself, consider the risks, and I would go get it. But I don't know where the treasure is, so I've never considered searching outside of, summer, basically. June 20th to...
But I think that if you could get to it during the spring or fall season, I don't think he encourages during the winter season.
Right, yeah, I agree.
So if that were the case, is your search area outside of, how do you say, treacherous winter tourist season?
Oh, interesting. So
ours is not. I'm just
no.
Right now,
I was going to say that's probably. I felt like that's the point you were getting to. I had never considered that. I will though. I understand the point that you're making. It struck me just 30 seconds ago why you were making that point, because what you're saying is your theory enables you to look for the treasure 12 months of the year. There are no...
Not 12 months of the year. I think it's more because of where we live. We only have, between June and early... What?
October. Yeah. That's
early
kind of...
October, sorry, Fred. Talking to me at the same time.
Yeah.
To search on our boots on the ground areas, which we're going to tomorrow, and I would love to share some of our footage. But I think it has something to do, or warm water salt. I I think is a seasonal.
That is really interesting.
I think it's seasonal. You can't tell me you haven't thought of that.
I have not.
before,
I
though.
mean, I haven't. I have never even considered it. I just assumed that, that you could get to the treasure at any time over the year, during the year. You could retrieve the treasure any time of the year, any of the 12 months in the year. But that it would be safer for you to do it over this.
So if you read back through all of his memoirs, all of his documentation, all of his memory,
Yeah.
it always considers the seasons to which him, his family, his loved ones could go out and have a significant memory. So I really think that it has something to do with a season.
Yeah, well, like most outdoorsmen, he's very sensitive to the structure of the seasons, right? I think that's in the nature of people who spend time in the outdoors. Brad would know that. You are very sensitive to you're very sensitive to how the seasons are structured and what. Go ahead.
The kids told me to call in tonight because I was like, well, what if it has to do with a season, a warm water salt in the middle of between mid-fall to October to early freeze, which here is, unpredictable. So if warm water salt, is it a seasonal salt?
All right. So you've done it. You've flipped my brain. Now I have to go figure that. Yeah, you have. I am actually going to have to go back and consider what you're proposing. Because I hadn't thought of it. Up until you brought it up tonight, I haven't even considered it.
I think it has something to do with a seasonal salt because he's always talking about we go out as a family.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have gone, through these adventures.
Right.
And when I go out, it is and then all of a sudden it's when warm water salt is it seasonal.
You know what's interesting is you read all his that period in his first 20 years in the context of his father's work, right? The school year. So the school year would end in May and would begin in September, and so his
And why do they do that? They do that for harvest.
right. Interesting. All right, I promise to consider it and have something to discuss the next time we talk about this.
So we need to. Okay, so I believe that warm water salt
I'm writing this down.
is what?
I'm writing this down, Sarah.
Oh, don't write it down.
Go ahead.
So I believe that warm water salt has something to do with a seasonal, either not peak or beginning, because he has the fact of beginning where warm water salt is it the end of where warm water salt at the season, or begin it where warm water salt at the beginning of the season. So take it in the canyon down.
Okay. So I'm going to have to hang up because we're getting close to the end of the show. But I want to thank you for this massively long rabbit hole that you've sent me down.
You're welcome.
So now I'm going to have to go down this one. But I appreciate it. I'm glad that you called.
You're welcome, and we will discuss this further down the rabbit hole.
The next time I'm going to. You're coming down this rabbit hole with me, you two.
I'm going.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. Well, give Brad a hug for us.
You give Shelley a hug for me.
I will. A happy birthday hug.
All right.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I guess we need to call Cynthia.
Why? What's
Cynthia's
going?
been trying to call us.
Ooh, let's give her a call. Hang on. Well, let me turn off the phone so we won't get interrupted. Phone lines are off, but I'm going to call Cynthia.
Oh, there she is.
Oops. Hi, Cindy.
The next time.
Uh-oh.
You're coming down this rabbit hole.
Cynthia. Cynthia?
Hello?
Can you hear us? You have to turn your computer off.
Hello?
Hi, Cynthia. You have to turn your computer off.
Okay. I just did.
Okay.
There you go.
All
it's
right.
like there's a delay in there.
There
Yes,
is a
there
slight
is.
delay. Yeah, there will be a
Okay.
delay. Try not to look at the computer while you're talking to us.
It's crazy.
No, I totally, I totally turned it off.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm in Cody. I'm calling you in case there's something you want me to get you.
Cody.
Yeah, that red car and that big necklace.
Yeah, we didn't get the
and one of
Corvette
those,
and the necklace.
one of those scooters you ride around the museum.
So you're in Cody at the museum. So that's where I bought my belt buckle. Are you going to go into Yellowstone?
Yes.
Do you think you could? You know what I'd like from Yellowstone is more of those coins. They're in the general store.
Fishing Bridge, general store.
Can you send me an email with the
specific?
Well,
I've been drinking. I can't talk.
Okay, no.
The specifics.
You're
Please email me.
okay. It looks like they look like these.
Well, we'll take a picture and we'll email
Well,
it.
I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you. They're at the general store at Fishing Bridge, and if you could get me 10 of them, I'd pay you back, of course, because I'd like to give more away on the show.
Holy moly.
They're not that expensive, trust me.
Okay. Okay.
All right. That
Sounds
would
like
be
a plan.
That would be
Yeah,
great. What do you, I thought
if
you
you
had
could do
come,
that.
I thought you had come back from up there.
Well, I did come back, but I'm back.
Wow.
Wow. Are you still
I was home for a couple. Go ahead.
I was going to say, are you still in search mode or are you in picture taking mode?
No, I'm searching. Playing in the mud, getting stuck, almost rolling off a hillside in the mud.
Oof.
That was yesterday, but tomorrow I am going to actually go to my search area outside of Cody, and I am going to search.
Wow. You're a courageous woman, Cynthia.
No, I'm mostly really just stupid. But anyway, I am going to go into Yellowstone, and I will go through Fishing Bridge. So I definitely will get you what you're asking.
They're right at the cash register. They're sitting right there at the cash register. If you could get 10 of them, I want to keep giving them away. We like giving away these coins. Should we get a bear?
If
Should we
you
get a
guys
bear?
could please send me a picture.
I will.
Yeah.
I promise I will.
Send me a picture, okay?
I'll send it tonight after we finish
Okay.
the show.
So how's the weather?
Okay. That's really good.
It's
Sunny and in the 50s.
So you're not a fisher person, are you?
I am not.
Oh, okay.
The sassy one's more bears.
Oh, okay. So okay. So this is going to cost you. I'm going to have to. I'll send you some money. So get some coins and a couple more teddy bears. Yellowstone bears.
We'll send you.
Did you
a
see
bear.
the?
And
Did
what?
you? Did
Teddy
you?
bears?
Teddy bears. Yeah. Did you
Stuffed
see the one we
animals.
gave away? Stuffed teddy bear.
I did not.
They're like $17 in the store. I will send you pictures of that as well. We need to give away a couple of those because
Okay.
Sassy didn't get hers, so we need to give away. If you get me some, maybe not 10 coins, 5 coins and 2 bears. I'll send you pictures and I'll pay you back
Okay.
as soon as you're back in town. And
Yes, no problem.
we'll go get cocktails at the Tamiya when you get back, so you can tell us all your stories.
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Yeah.
Be safe, please.
Thank you. I will try.
All right. And then when you get back, let's get together. We'll go have some cocktails.
Okay.
All right.
I will call you when I get home.
I look forward to it. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep. Bye, Shelley.
Coins and bears, brothers and sisters. More coins and more teddy bears for Sassy.
Yep.
Okay, phone lines are closed. We're way after 9 o'clock. I was going to say for Jens Esser, remember he put out a call for footage of you in your search area, cell phone, horizontal, see if you can give yourself in the picture, just kind of walking through the forest searching. And I forgot to say it to Sarah, but Sarah, if you guys are going out tomorrow, see if you guys can get some footage so that you can send it to Jens and he can use it in the documentary. I do want to read this one last comment from Forrest Fenn Gold. They're in the Facebook page. You YouTubers can't see them. I can see them on a Restream. And they say, "We know where it is, period. You don't even have to mention us. Just wait and see. P.S. You can reach it even though there is snow and there is snow there now. We solved every clue.
It was not hard.
It was not hard. Fenn confirms it in one of the interviews. We picked up that in that interview. You'd be surprised. It was that easy. Forrest Fenn, make sure you let us know when you do find the treasure.
Yeah, take some pictures of it.
And in the meantime, I'd like to play this special video for you. And Forrest Fenn, no matter where you go, be prepared. No matter where you go, there you are.
So be prepared.
So be prepared. Be prepared. Don't put yourself at risk. There isn't enough treasure in the world to lose another life.
We need safety squirrel.
We do need safety squirrel. Be safe out there, brothers and sisters. We want everybody coming back. Remember, if you would like the choice of either a Yellowstone National Park coin or BAD, that is bear attack deterrent, make a comment not in tonight's show. We don't count tonight's show. I mean, we do. You can make a comment in tonight's show, but we're not going to pick from there. We're going to pick from the comments in last Wednesday's show, October 2nd. Put your comment there to qualify for the drawing next Wednesday for one of these two. All right? Okay. Wow. We have gone way over.
Yes.
Sarah, I just mentioned it. Make sure you see if you can guys get some footage of your area.
Hey, and stack some rocks, Sarah.
Stack some rocks. Take pictures of stacked rocks, Sarah. But Sarah, get some footage of you and Brad out on your search so you can share that with Jens Esser, and he can put it in your movie, and you'll get a credit.
Yeah.
If it's good. You hold cell phone, 4K if you have it, hold it horizontal and steady. The bear says he likes squishies. I am not going to go there, the bear.
All righty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, are we ready to play our music?
Yes, we are. We almost got another Wednesday there. And
hey, everybody. Thanks for being here with us tonight, for all your great questions, comments, and Rio de los Pinos.
Hi, Chihuahua.
And thanks for having fun with us. Please make sure you check out gypsykiss.com. And thank you. I'll see you soon. I'm the Treasure Princess, Shelley Carty.
And apparently I'm the evil prince. So thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you had as much fun with all of this as we did. I am not that drunk.
Officer,
I'm not that drunk, officer.
And we are at home. So
and we're at home, so it'll be okay.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us tonight. We hope you had a lot of fun. We certainly did. We look forward to seeing you next Wednesday with more emails, more text messages. And we got a couple of voicemails already that we have to take care of. I'm glad Cynthia called in. I'm glad Sarah called in. I'm glad Mike called in. I'm glad our friend from Montana called in. So a tipsy kiss. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's right.
Brad, I'm done.
Gypsies.
We're all out of here.
Oh, I got some.
Oh, I got to play more music here. All right, guys. Outro. Here comes outro.